Ava, are you planning on coming to my wedding? With a face like that?
Just like always, you're coming back to be rude to me even more. I do plan on going to your wedding. And congratulations on getting proposed to. You are family to me now, so it's pretty obvious that I'd be going to see your wedding. And I was the one that showed you the location of where you're planning to hold your wedding, right?
And so what? And the only reason you showed me the wedding hall to have a wedding is because you do a business with that place. So stop trying to act all cool about doing that when it was nothing more than you helping them make more money.
I'm not trying to get some sort of praise from you or anything. I was just stating that I know where the wedding will occur. And another thing, at the moment I'm the one that's paying for your wedding until you have the money to pay me back, right? So just with that alone, I'd love it if you could thank me or something.
And I told you I will pay you back, so don't worry. Others will be giving me money as gifts for my wedding, so just wait until I get all of that. And for the savings I have right now, they need to be used for other purposes, so I can't repay you with that.
And have you told Drew about that yet? Drew told me that your husband would be the one to pay for things like that, but that's all a lie, right?
I'm not lying about anything. I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't worried about anything regarding me. That's just what I want Drew thinking for a little while, so don't do anything unnecessary that could make him think otherwise.
Anything unnecessary? Him and I are married now, Evelyn. I understand that this whole event is for our family and we wouldn't want to make any issues, but I'm still not fully sure whether you're up to something else behind all of our backs right now.
Well, Ava, you're a pretty ugly woman.
Wait, what?
Do you think that it's okay for someone who's ugly to come to my wedding? I want to make sure that my whole wedding is 100% perfect for all my guests. And if someone with the looks of you came into it, then the whole event would be ruined.
How much longer are you going to keep making such rude comments about my face being less than ideal for you? I guess I can expect that sort of stuff to continue from you, though. Do you tell Drew about all the things you say to me? Have you told him that you're not inviting his wife to the wedding because she's ugly?
If I said that to him, I'd be hurting his feelings, so I'll never tell him that. Of course, telling him the truth would be a lot easier.
You should never say something like that, though. If you're worried about hurting someone's feelings with the things you say, then why do you keep making rude comments about me? Up to now, you have hurt my feelings plenty of times.
Well, because you've helped out with my wedding and planning it out, I'm thankful. But because of your less than beautiful looks, I want you to stay away from it.
You're being awful right now, Evelyn. You can stop trying to tell me to stay away, alright? Go and tell your brother all these sorts of things and see what he says.
I tried warning you plenty of times not to come, Ava, but you never heeded any of them. And you probably just thought that I was bluffing. If this has helped you understand that you're an ugly and depressing woman, then get up and go home.
I've had enough. You are worse than I thought. You pushed me into that fountain at the wedding reception all because you hate the looks of your brother's wife for no good reason. That right there has pushed me to my limits with you.
And I told you that all ugly people were to stay out of my wedding. Hurry up and go away. You're dripping wet now, and I don't want you causing any slip hazards for my invited guests.
I can see that you think you're all that because it's your wedding day and you want me to be gone. But do you understand just how regretful you're going to be because of all that you've done to me?
Regretful? I'll never regret a thing about today. All I did just then was help get rid of an ugly duckling. Everyone knows that I was in the right for doing that.
Well, if you're so confident in that, then that's great for you. I can see now that no matter what I try and say to you, you're never going to actually think about it. I'm giving up on you now, you old, hopeless hag!
Excuse me? Why are you being so rude to me now?
Because after all this time I'd been so considerate of you when you've been rude to me. You are my brother's older sister after all, and I tried my best to just ignore all the hateful things that have come out of your mouth. But I seriously cannot handle you anymore.
Well, I've been trying my best with you.
How?
I've actually never really thought of you as part of my family, even after marrying my brother. And because you came into my wedding today without considering the consequences, I had to push you into the fountain. There's no way that someone dripping wet would be allowed to stay here, so hurry up and go.
Then I will go.
See ya! Never, you gross loser!
Going as far as you have has really shown me your true colors. But since you still can't seem to realize the consequences of all this, then I'm just going to shut up and leave. But don't you ever forget that this wedding hall was all put together with the help of the company I work for.
Huh? And what does that have to do with anything?
You'll know soon enough.
Hey Ava, can you reply to me please? Right now they're saying that this whole wedding is being cancelled and have started to clean up.
Well, that would happen. I told them to cancel it before I left.
Huh? What the heck are you talking about, Ava? If you let them keep doing this, then my whole wedding is going to be over.
And that's just too bad, right? But if you think about what you've done to me, it's only natural. You cared way too much about your little brother's feelings, and to make sure that your wedding that you haven't even paid for yet was perfect, you pushed me, the one paying for it, into that fountain. None of what you'd been doing was okay.
Hold on a second. There's no way you can just cancel my wedding while it's still going on, right? Right now my husband is pissed.
Is that so? I'm sure he would be when he has no clue as to why this is all happening yet. But I have nothing to do with the aftermath of all this, so don't bother me with it.
You can't just run away from this.
Well, I am a stranger to you, right? You told me that you don't regard me as family. And for a while now, I had been worried a lot about Drew. But I can no longer think of you as being family to me.
Come back here.
What?
Please, come back here so that we can all avoid being embarrassed. So please come back. If we can't get this wedding back on the road, then I'll be in hot water. Hurry up and get back here. Explain all of this to my husband for me.
I'm going to just ignore that very selfish request of yours, okay?
Huh? Why?
Also, as for the money you had asked me to give you to pay for that wedding, I'd like all $50,000 of it back very soon from you.
What? Huh?
That's what it cost for your wedding and all that came with it. And you asked me to pay for it at first, and that you'd repay the $50,000 to me after the wedding. So give it all back to me right now. I want it. And now that your wedding has been canceled, you have to pay the cancellation fees as well. I'm not going to be the one to pay those fees, but I still want my money back now. And I will not let you run away from me.
There's no way I can give you all of that money right now. Are you being serious with me?
Why wouldn't I be, you filthy grandma?
Huh?
You had no right calling me ugly and pushing me into that fountain when you had to borrow money from me to have the whole wedding. I've really been thinking about what could have been wrong with your head. But anyway, I want that money now.
But I don't have that kind of money on me right now. And also having my wedding cancelled on me is not okay. I had finally made it into my wedding day, and now it's all being ruined.
You must have forgot all the strings I had to pull to allow your wedding to be held here. I mean, if you knew that and still pushed me into the fountain, then you must seriously need some mental help.
I knew about all of that. Why would I have ever forgotten about something like that? But I thought that that would have had nothing to do with me. I can thank you for getting me this beautiful place to have my wedding and all, but I never thought you could easily cancel the wedding on me as well. I just never thought that you'd actually do something so horrible to me.
Well, it had to happen after you decided to get me drenched while in my dress. I'd stop trying to make excuses for all of that now, okay? You should know by now that this is all due to you, right?
I'm tired of texting you about this, so just come back here, please. If you want me to apologize for what happened, I'll apologize. Really, what do you want to happen after all of this?
Huh? What do I want to happen?
I'm just asking that you come back here and make things right for me so that we can continue the wedding, right? So you can stop acting like a crybaby and come back here. I'll apologize if that's what you're wanting.
You are actually brain dead, you hag.
Huh? Brain dead? Don't you think you're going too far?
Even though you're the one that's been taking it too far for a while now? Calling me ugly and a loser all the time has driven me up the wall. If you have the time to be calling me names all day long, then maybe you had the time to rethink what you were doing and make a change for the better. Your wedding is canceled, you pile of garbage.
You don't have to tell me things like that, right? What are you trying to say that I did? What's wrong with me calling you ugly all the time?
Well, then never ask me for money again. And don't bother with me handling your wedding for you anymore. I don't want to be around people that think it's okay to call others ugly. All you've done is made me feel as though I've wasted a lot of my time and money now. And I don't want that kind of relation with you anymore. So give me back my money and let your wedding be canceled.
Are you really that upset with me?
Oh, come on now! You forget that you pushed me into a fountain full of cold water? It'd be scary if you did manage to forget that so easily. Not only that, but you also have been calling me ugly forever now. And you made that your reason for kicking me out of the wedding. But seriously, you pushing me into that fountain because of my looks was the last straw for me. I'm not going to ever forgive you for that, and things between you and I are over. I am not coming back to your demolished wedding. I've already told everyone there that the wedding is canceled, and they gotten to work on taking it all down. And I plan to tell my husband everything about what happened between you and I.
Wait. What do you mean you plan to tell him everything? What the heck do you plan on telling him?
I'll tell him about how you pushed me into the water and then kicked me out of your wedding. And of course about all the other things you've said to me. I didn't want to tell him about us before either because, like you, I didn't want him worrying about us. You also told me to never tell him anything, and had you just let me be at your wedding, I never would have planned on telling him. But now things have changed, and I've had enough! After this, I'm cutting ties with you! Isn't that just fantastic for you?
That's not fantastic at all. And about my brother, he wouldn't stop talking about you any time he was around me. It was disgusting, and he was supposed to be my precious little brother, but you stole him from me.
But there is a limit to how far you can take that hate you had stored up for me.
I know that. I can see now that what I did was not right. You could say that I was just getting frustrated is all. I was hoping that at some point you'd leave my brother because of me.
We are married now, but all you could think of was having us divorce? I'm sorry, but him and I have never thought about divorce. But now that you've said that about us, I'm going to leave you for good. Is that okay with you?
But if you leave me now, then what will happen to my wedding?
Well, it'll stay canceled, won't it? You'll have to start from step one again and look for a new place to have your wedding at. But if you give me all my money back, I might rethink things.
That's screwed up, Ava. You and I are family, right? Don't you think you can cut that sort of crap with me since we're pretty much sisters? You're supposed to love and help your family, right?
I'm starting to feel that you have some sort of short-term memory loss that's at the bottom of all this. I'm sorry, but I cannot be asked with you anymore. I just don't get what is going on in that head of yours, and I don't want to anymore. So go right ahead and say whatever you'd like about me. I've told your husband now that your wedding is permanently canceled. And this might be the end of your marriage to him now as well.
Don't say those terrible things. Don't just throw me away. If my wedding really does end up being canceled today, I'll be causing a lot of problems for my parents, right? Are you happy letting those problems affect my parents?
I'm not happy about it, but I've already explained what happened to them as well.
Huh?
There were some people that watched you push me into the fountain. And your parents have already apologized to me for that. And after talking with Drew, he agrees that the both of us should cut ties with you for good.
You told Drew already? How much further are you planning to take all of this?
I'm not taking this any farther than you already have. You're the one that started all of this, and you're the one that brought it all to this point. This is great, right? You'll never have to see your ugly sister-in-law again. I'm glad about this myself. I'm finally able to say goodbye to one of the most heartless and gross women I've ever had the misfortune of calling family. Now, have a wonderful life with your husband. In the end, the wedding was officially canceled and taken apart. Evelyn's husband ended up being furious, and she was forced to apologize to both him and all of his family members that had traveled to see the wedding. And it seems that now, even their marriage is on the line. Drew was in shock over what his sister had done, and after talking with his parents about what to do about her, they all agreed to cut ties to her. Also, The money that Evelyn still had to repay Ava and the cost of the dress that she ruined by pushing her into the water were both to be paid in a settlement that Ava made. But Evelyn had been thrown out by everyone, and she tried her hardest to apologize to Ava. However, Ava ended up blocking her and told her lawyer to make sure that money was repaid before the end of the month.
Leo, I sent you some strawberries. Have they arrived here yet? Granny, yes, they arrived. I'm so happy because I love strawberries. Thank you. That's great. Eat as many as you can. I picked up the best ones for you. I'm sure they'll be really sweet. Yes, I actually just tasted one already. Well, it's okay for just one. I completely forgot about Rachel's part-time job. Thank God Dylan was home. You're off today for your anniversary after school, right? Sorry I called you when you're just waking up earlier. No problem. I just got strawberries from you and it's been a great morning. I'm glad to hear that. How are things at elementary school these days? Are you having fun? I'm having fun. I'm in the 4th grade and we switched classes. I'm in the same class as Juicy. Juicy and you're together since kindergarten, right? Yes, that's right. We hang out every day. We're in the same group, so it's fun. That's great. But your elementary schools change classes every year, right? Yes. Was it different when you were at elementary school? I don't remember well when I was in elementary school. When your dad was in elementary school, it was once every 2 years or so. Wow, I'll be happy to be in the same class as Josie for 2 years. Yes, it'll be nice to be in the same class as Josie next year too. How's your homeroom teacher, friendly? Yeah, the teacher is funny. I like him because he's fun and friendly. If Larry is having a good day, I'm happy for you. Oh, what time is your mom coming home today? Leo is home alone. She'll be back soon, right? Well, my mom, I don't know. She probably won't be home late, but... Okay. So will you let her to call me when she gets back? Do you want to talk with my mom? I'll let her. That's okay, thank you. I just have a few things on my schedule. I'll call her again. So give her the message. Okay. I'll talk to Mom as soon as she gets back. Well, Leah, you stay at home until your mom comes back. Don't answer the interphone if you don't know anyone. Okay. See you later, Granny. Good evening, mother-in-law. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you. It's okay. You were working, right? No, actually I got back home earlier than that. Leo told me about your message just now. Oh, you must have forgotten about it. He said he would tell you as soon as you came home. Sorry about that. It's okay. I mean, kids are so distracted by so many things. It's easy to forget things. Oh, thank you for the strawberries. I'm sure the full family will enjoy them. Please enjoy it as a dessert after dinner. So I wanted to talk to you about something. My husband and I are thinking of going there for the holidays next month. I'm going to get a hotel, so how about we have dinner together when it suits you? I see. If you're coming down here, you could stay at our place. Thank you, but it's okay. I don't want to bother you as much as possible. Oh no, it's not a bother or anything. But having people over at your house is getting tiring, isn't it? Oh, I'm not saying this to be negative either. I don't know how to say this. Sorry, I can't come up with a good example. I just want you and your family to spend time as usual. I understand what you want to say. I always appreciate your concern for me. I mean, I don't want to be the kind of mother-in-law that people write about on the internet and stuff, right? I don't want to get into a weird atmosphere with you about the mother-in-law issue. It's alright. You're not that kind of mother-in-law. If I have done something rude, please feel free to tell me. I have nothing but gratitude for you. You married my son and gave birth to a beautiful Leo and raised him. Besides, my son has a job that requires him to travel alone, right? I know it's a lot of work for you to raise a child, do housework, and even work part-time. If you have any problems, you can come to me. Thank you so much. Mother-in-law is always very kind to me. I feel reassured. I'm glad to hear you say that. Well, I set up a convenient date and time with my husband during the holidays. I will let you know when it's decided. Yes, please. I look forward to working with you. Yes, man. I will make a list of good restaurants, so please look forward to it. Hi, Granny. Oh, Leo. What's happening? I have a favor to ask you. A favor? What about it? If there's anything I can do for you, I'll do it. Granny, are you busy tomorrow? Tomorrow? I don't have any plans. What's going on? I have a parent-teacher conference tomorrow. I'd like you to come. Sorry for the short notice. I forgot. A parent-teacher conference? Me? What? What about your mom and dad? Dad has to go to work. I don't think he'll be here, so... What about your mom? She's busy too. Did she get a part-time job? Yes, maybe. What do you mean by maybe? I mean, I could go to a parent-teacher conference. Maybe your mom wants to go even she has to take time off from her part-time job. Or did she tell you she can't? I mean, I forgot to tell her. I see. Maybe you're coming to me because you don't want your mother to be angry with you. Yes. It's okay. I'm sure your mom is nice and won't get mad at you. So you should just be honest with her. I'm sure she will get mad. I don't think so. If you can speak well, maybe I can call her. No, she'll be more angry that way. Well, but I can't believe I'm going to a parent-teacher conference on her own. I'm sure your mother will be sad when she finds out later. I don't like the idea of keeping it a secret from Rachel. I'm sorry, Granny. What? Why so suddenly? My mom and dad are here, so I asked you. I told you I forgot to tell you, but I lied. It's not true. They're not here? What? What do you mean? Dad is away on a long business trip. Is that right? But mom is here, right? She's gone too. Is this something like being away from home part-time? She'll be home after work, right? No, she's been gone a long time. She's gone? I'm sorry, Granny. I don't understand what you're saying. By all the time, do you mean days away from home? Yes, but she was here the other day when I sent the strawberries, wasn't she? She called me later. No, she wasn't. Mom was on the plane at the time. That's why she couldn't call you sooner. A plane? Where's your mother now? She's traveling. What? Traveling? Leaving you home alone? Yes. I'll be home alone for days. I have to lie on the phone to my dad. I can't do this anymore. Oh no. No way. Your dad doesn't know she's traveling, does he? Yes. I'm sure she'll be back before Dad gets back from his business trip. That's how it's always been. Always? Maybe this is the first time. Yes. I see. Okay. I'm coming over there right now. Oh, you're coming? Yes. You'll be eating instant food all day, haven't you? Let's go eat something delicious. Really? Yay! I'll probably be there in about 3 hours. So you have to stay at home until then. Oh, and you don't have to tell your mom that I'm coming. Okay, sorry to make you keep secrets again. I'll be fine. I'll be a good boy and wait for you if you come to see me, Granny. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, mother-in-law. Is everything alright? Are you at home now? Yes, I am. What is Leo doing? It's a holiday today. He's going to hang out with friends. He's getting ready. That's funny. I'm with Leo right now. What do you mean? Leo is at my house. That's why I'm with him. You're kidding, right? When have I ever lied to you? Are you sure Leo is visiting you? I'm telling you he is. So, can you explain about this? You don't seem to be home. I'm sorry, mother-in-law. Actually, a hometown friend of mine was in an accident. I've been away from home. I'm sure Leo missed you and called you. Hey, You were traveling, weren't you? I heard from Leo. No, that's not true. My friend was in an accident. Then, where was the hospital? What was your friend's name? Can we at least check that? Well, he's out now. This is the first time, isn't it? You don't have to lie to me anymore. I want to hear the truth from you. My friend, well, I won a travel tour in the sweepstake. I was with him. I'm sorry, it's so disgusting that I left be, but I'm tired of childcare and housework. I wanted to refresh myself a little. I see. My son is often away on business trips. I know it was a heavy weight on you, Rachel. Yes. So please keep it a secret from my husband. I am truly sorry. I will never do anything like this again. But this is something that's usually unforgivable, isn't it? I know you may have been driven by your busy schedule. Before that, you can rely on me or your parents for help. You could have discussed it with your husband, my son, and you could have done different things. I guess I was more on edge more than expected. I guess I couldn't see around. So let's say one of the reasons is that you were busy with childcare and housework. But traveling with a guy is a different story, right? What do you mean by the guy? You flew back from your trip in a hurry today, didn't you? Because my son told you that he finished his business trip early and will be back in the evening, right? Yes. My son had been waiting for you at the airport since this morning. What? Then you walk up of the boarding gate armed with a guy. He took a picture of it. You must have done something terrible. Is it a true story? My husband was really there? Yes, he was. A few days ago, I found out that Lear had been spending all this time alone. I discussed things with my son. And this isn't the first time, right? So I thought it could be. So I asked my son to cancel the business trip and ambush you. It's a misunderstanding. He's just a friend that we don't have any illicit relationship. I guess we'll see about that. You're not at home yet, are you? Yes, I'm on the train. My son approached the man after you left and they discussing it. He approached him? I heard he's married too. He's invited his wife too, and they're going to discuss it together. So you're on your way here now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My husband is so more important to me than anything else. What I did this time was just a little sloppy. I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. I think my son's absence from the house may have taken a heavy load on you. But that doesn't mean you leave him alone is too much to ask. You didn't think that was a terrible thing to do. He's in 4th grade. I thought it would be okay for a few days. He's still in elementary school. Leo said he missed you all the time. On top of that, he has to keep it a secret that you weren't home. He said he lied a lot to my son and to me. He cried and he couldn't take it anymore. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I will never do this to you again. My son went to the airport because he was going to make sure it didn't happen again. And you make up lies about it. You even make Leo lie about it. And you know what? I don't want to talk to you anymore. Mother-in-law, please don't say that. I really loved you as my own mother. That's not a lie. Don't call me mother-in-law anymore. If it had only been an affair for the sake of argument, maybe it wouldn't be like this. But you have done the worst thing a mother can do. I will no longer be a good mother-in-law. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. I don't want to see your face. Then the son, Rachel, and the affair partner and his wife, they discussed the affair. So they were guilty as much as they could be. And I never thought of them as just friends with each other from the beginning. The communication on the phone, which was confirmed during the discussion, also revealed their faithfulness. Rachel and my son are getting a divorce. It all started with a matching up. They registered the app out of curiosity and met each other for fun. Of course, I don't forgive the affair. The most unforgivable thing that I and my son could not stand was making Leo, an elementary school student, live alone for more than a week. Furthermore, she instructed Leo to lie to me and my son so that we would not find out about the affair. I thought it was much worse than the affair. My son has custody of Leo because of her discard for child rearing. She seems to be very regretful now, so even after the divorce, she keeps trying to get back with my son. Even though he told her that he did not want to see her, she asked me to convince my son. However, I am not tolerant enough to accept her proposal. I hope she understands the seriousness of what she has done and pays child support properly every month. From now on, I hope she will act as a mother and make her children proud. And my husband and I decided to take this opportunity to move to a house where our son and Leo live. I knew he couldn't raise little Leo on his own because he had a lot of work to do. But my son has been traveling as little as possible since his divorce. Whenever time allowed, I spend all my time around Leo. Thanks to this, Leo doesn't seem to feel lonely now. Rachel has been staying out every time my son is away on a business trip. Leo has been spending lonely time alone. So now that we have moved in, he seems to be very happy living in a house where there is always someone around. The affair lasted about 6 months, but I think it was hard time for Leo. Don't think it's okay because he's bright, but make sure I will take care of Leo's mental health as well. I want to give him lots of love and grow up together with my son.